Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the Charger Bulletin News. I'm Karina Rodriguez.
And I'm Nicole Rivera. Here are the week's top stories. The Office of Residential Life, or ORL, is introducing a new Charger Bucks program for on-campus residents. The program rewards students for participating in events hosted by the ORL. Things like attending RA office hours, studying in common spaces, and following the residence hall's social media pages will earn residents a Charger Buck. Each Charger Buck is equivalent to an entry for various prizes that will be offered at the end of the year. What those prizes will be is still unknown, but in an email sent to residents, gift cards were mentioned.
The University of New Haven's annual Family Day was held Saturday. Family Day is an opportunity for families to visit their students and participate in various activities across campus. The event was put on by members of the Center for Student Engagement Leadership and orientation with help from the summer's orientation staff. The one-day event takes months of planning.
We start meeting in early May with a committee. There's representatives from various offices across campus. We evaluate previous year schedules and evaluations that we've received from families and students to ensure that we are planning events that families are excited about coming back to campus for, and making sure that if something wasn't successful in the past, that we're not planning the same event over again. And then once we develop a schedule, we get feedback from other members of the campus community and students, specifically students who are part of like the orientation program because they're here during the summer when we do the planning.
The students and their families checked in at the rec center where they were offered a continental breakfast. Some activities attendants participated in were cornhole, tournaments, and making stuffed animal sea critters.
On Friday, Hermandad de Sigma Iota Alpha Incorporada hosted their annual Señor event in Bucknell Theater. Corina Rodriguez has more.
The sorority Hermandad de Sigma Iota Alpha Incorporada hosted its annual Señor pageant on Friday in the Bucknell Theater. The purpose of the event is to raise money for Children International, one of the sorority's international philanthropies. Each chapter is responsible for sponsoring one child. A chapter at the University of New Haven fundraised for 10-year-old Darwin in Honduras.
His parents only make $300 a month for like the whole family, and they work on a coffee farm, so income isn't really like a lot. So that little bit that we're able to grant him, be it through our pancake sale during finals or during shows like these, like Señor or show in the springtime, we're able to grant him and give him that little bit of like a push and say, hey, like this is for you. And we're able to see the impact that we have on this child and his family through like those letters. And it's just really rewarding.
The contestants faced a panel of judges as they showcased their talents.
Never been your friends. You put on a facade, acting like your life is good. You probably end up like your father getting shot up in the hood. Baby, good love and protection. Maybe your selection.
Oh boy, I can see your body moving.
Modeled in their swimsuits. And put their Sigma Iota Alpha knowledge to the test with a quick trivia.
Founded at UNH on January 13, 2006 by 5 wonderful women.
13 founding mothers.
There were also performances by the Elite Step Team and the Incendio Dance Project. Kenneth Notarino Jeffrey of Lambda Alpha Upsilon Fraternity Incorporated took home the Señor crown.
I feel great. I was a little nervous, especially about the swimsuit part. But you know, you make the best of it. The big thing that made it cool was just having fun with all the other guys, all the people competing. It was just a fun time.
However, audience members kept the show going. For the Charger Bulletin News, I'm Karina Rodriguez.
Well, unfortunately, it was another tough week in Charger athletics, but one team managed to score late once again to lift them to victory. So let's get into it. Field hockey won its second game in its last 3 contests as they took down crosstown rival Southern Connecticut State 2-1. Freshman Morgan McCarty scored the game-winning goal with just 4 seconds left in regulation to bring her team to victory. This win was the program's first win in the Northeast 10 and also the first win on the blue turf at Delacamer Stadium. The team will now travel to Massachusetts to take on Bentley Friday at 1 p.m. in hopes of winning their third game. Unfortunately, the winning stopped there as women's soccer fell to Adelphi on Wednesday 3-0. The team will look to get back on track when they host Queens College Saturday at 3 p.m. at Kathy Zolad Stadium. Women's volleyball fell to Adelphi Wednesday 3-0. Sophomore Callie Greathead was the only Charger to finish in double figures, finishing with 15 kills. The Chargers will look to start a new win streak Saturday when they travel up to Stonehill for a battle with the Skyhawks at 1 p.m. Men's soccer was also shut out by Southern New Hampshire Wednesday 6-0. The team is now winless in its last 4, but will look to turn it around when they travel to Bentley Saturday for a 1 o'clock matchup with the Falcons. And football was off this week, but they'll travel to American International Saturday in hopes of remaining undefeated in the Northeast 10. Kickoff is set for 12 p.m. That's all for this week in sports. Best of luck to all of our Chargers. Back to you.
October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and Omega Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated is planning to host their first Silenced event across campus. Vice President Mackenzie Upshaw is here to tell us more. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Where did this event come from?
So Omega Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated's philanthropy is raising awareness of violence against women, and October is Domestic Violence Month. So we wanted to have that one big event to really highlight and bring awareness to what's going on.
What's the message?
The message is, so domestic violence is a quiet topic. It's not really talked about. And when you think about it, people always tend to think it can't happen to me or it can't happen to somebody that I know, but it does happen a lot. So we're having students stand around different locations on campus with boards talking about victim stories in West Haven and New Haven. And as students go around and they look at it, they'll see what's going on, and hopefully it'll open doors to more discussions.
What impact do you expect the campus to have on this event?
Well, I think that since it is a quiet topic, I'm hoping that people will feel more comfortable coming forward, that they'll talk to people, that they'll talk to our counseling services, that they'll feel comfortable talking to each other and telling people what's going on. And also faculty and staff, I hope they come forward and kind of be that support system for students.
Is there anything else you want to add?
So I do encourage everyone to come out to the event. We are going to have the Rape Crisis Center of Milford present in case anybody does need to talk, as well as BH Care, which is a domestic violence services office in New Haven and Ansonia, Connecticut. So if you are fearful of, the emotions that might come out, just know that we do have people there to help out.
Thank you again, Mackenzie, for joining us. The event will be held October 16th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. at various locations around campus.
In the wake of class officer elections for the class of 2020 and 2022, Charlie Ricard, president of the class of 2019 for the past 3 years, has stepped down from his position. Ricard made the announcement on the class of 2019 Facebook page, saying it was due to certain rules enforced in the Constitution. According to Charger Connection, Ricard has been replaced by former Vice President Matthew Chai.
On October 3rd, the Sisters of Lambda Pi Upsilon Sorority Incorporated hosted their second midnight run. The event brought together members of campus to make sandwiches that were donated to the homeless in downtown New Haven.
That's all we have for this episode of the Charger Bulletin News. Be sure to tune in next week for more. And don't forget to pick up our next paper edition hidden newsstands across campus next week.
You can stay up to date with the latest campus news on chargerbulletin.com. Follow our social media pages for live updates and more information on events we're hosting.
And for more Charger sports updates, be sure to check out the Charge Up every week. I'm Ethan Cardona.
I'm Nicole Rivera.
And I'm Karina Rodriguez. We'll see you next week.